Ooh, this episode was brutal. I was not expecting that. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 108 of the Sun and Moon anime just dropped, and boy, this was a hard-hitting one. I was expecting it to get me emotionally, but it hit me harder than I thought. So, let's just do this review. The episode starts with Kyawe showing his new Z crystal to the group. He's talking about how he beat Tapu Fini's trial, and Hapu even says she wishes she can beat Tapu Fini's trial because she wants to be a kahuna. Then, Ash spots a little book in the bookshelf in the Pokemon Center. It's a picture of Hapu's grandfather, and he's shocked because that's the same old man that they saw yesterday. Realizing what happened, Hapu tells them that was probably Tapu Fini. She has the power to bring others back to life with her mist, but she tells them that you have to be careful because those who can't let go of the past will be stuck in the mist forever. As she's talking about that, this causes Mallow to get somber and excuse herself from the Pokemon Center. Ash wants to go talk to her, but Lana says don't worry about it. So Lana goes outside and starts talking to Mallow. We found out that when she was little, Mallow's mom was really sick. One day they're on a walk and they see a Bounsweet. So her mom's like, you know what, let's see if we can catch it, and throws a Pokeball at it and catches it. It's the same one that Mallow currently has. Lana asks Mallow if she wants to see her mom, and Mallow says that she doesn't because the last time she saw her, she was mad at her for being sick all the time and constantly saying sorry, which led her to say that she hated her, and that was the last time she saw her. This is a very emotional scene. Again, Mallow talking about her past and how she regrets her past. I'm sure all of us have had dealt with that, so it is something that really hits you personally. As this is going on, it looks like Tapu Fini's watching her. Our heroes go to Hapu's farm to clear their minds for a while. As they're doing farm work, Tapu Fini starts using the mist, and the entire farm work gets foggy. The scene with the farm is pretty short, by the way. They're picking up things. It's a very comedic scene because, you know, they're trying to pick up these heavy things and talking about, oh, how can she do this all the time? But as they're doing this, Tapu Fini uses her mist and the entire place gets foggy. Everyone but Lily, Ash, and Mallow gets separated by the mist. Hapu tells them that that's because all of them have people that they wanted to see. You might be thinking, who does Ash want to see that passed away? Well, it's not really Ash, it's his Torracat. Lily's walking on the mist and she comes across her brother. She's like, wait a minute, I thought I was close to Hapu's farm. And they realize that they're in the middle of Tapu Fini's mist. Who's that Pokemon? It's Tapu Fini. We come back and Ash's Torracat starts running and Ash is following it, and finally the Torracat stops. Who comes up from the mist but Stoutland? It's the same Stoutland that took care of Torracat and that passed away. Ash knows what's up, that it's passed away and they're inside Tapu Fini's mist, but you know what? He says he's just gonna let Torracat enjoy his time with him. Lily and Gladion, they start searching for their dad. Mallow, she's walking in the mist when all of a sudden she hears her mom call her name. Then she turns around and sees her. This is very emotional as she just slowly starts running towards her and starts crying and apologizing. Her mom tells her that it's okay, but she starts apologizing for saying she hated her. Her mom tells her that it's alright, she was at fault. Instead of apologizing all the time and saying I'm sorry, she should have thanked Mallow. She should have thanked her for being such a kind person. She should have thanked her for taking care of Serena. She should have thanked her for taking care of the restaurant. And she should have really thanked her for letting her be her mom. Mallow then cries for a while. Then, instead of apologizing, she says that she should thank her too. Thanks for giving birth to her. Hapu knows this could be trouble, so Hapu starts heading towards the ruins while the rest of our gang stick together. We then cut to Ash's Torracat showing Stoutland all the moves it's learned. Fire Fang, Flame Wheel, Ember. Stoutland sees this Ember and does it, but it hits it with its paw and it turns into Fire Blast. So Torracat starts training and starts doing the same. Then Hapu arrives at the ruins. She dives underwater because it's flooded and asks Tapu Fini to stop and let her friends go. Tapu Fini comes up from the water and it looks like she's just dancing and not doing anything. So Hapu attacks her with Flash Cannon with her Golurk to try to get her to stop. This causes Tapu Fini to bring her grandfather back. Her grandfather then talks to Hapu and tells her that she's been chosen as Kahuna because Fini was touched by her wanting to save her friends. Such development for Hapu, who at the beginning hated all our heroes, but now she's letting them farm in her house, she's letting them eat her radishes. She's really truly become a kind person, and I'm assuming that was the last ingredient missing in Hapu being a kahuna. So because of this, Tapu Fini starts letting the mist go, and the mist starts dissipating. That means that everyone who's in the mist starts dissipating too. Mallow's mom starts disappearing, and she starts hugging her. Mallow's mom then tells her, hey, even though I'm not here, I'll always be in your heart, and slowly she fades away. Mallow, crying and turning around, but no one's there. This is a very brutal scene. Again, oh man, this is a very emotional episode. Then, as she's looking forward into the sunset, a shaman comes forward from the grass. With Torracat, it seems like he's mastered the fire blast. Then, the mist starts disappearing there too, and Torracat starts to nuzzle his old friend. Stoutland licks him back, and Torracat smiles, and Stoutland fades away. Again, another emotional reunion, but I think this is really giving closure to Torracat. We know that in episode 21, it saw the cloud and it smiled, but I think this is more of a real closure because he got to see his friend fade away, and he knows he's always going to be there. Then later, everyone meets up. Mallow tells Lana that she met her mom and has a shaman with her. Rotom is shocked because, it's a mythical Pokemon, and tells her that shaman are the gratitude Pokemon and that they fly away when the Gracidea flowers are going to start blooming again. But that's probably going to be in a little bit, so Mallow asks shaman to stay with her until it flies off, and the shaman agrees. This is not really made explicit in the episode, but I'm pretty sure shaman is supposed to be a representation of her mom. Her mom said she's always going to be with her, and I think this shaman's going to stay with her for a while. Ash then comes up and tells everyone that his Torracat met the Stoutland. Then Lily and Gladion also meet up with the group, but they're disappointed because even though they tried their hardest, they didn't meet their dad. Hapu comes from the ruin and tells them that means that their dad is still alive, and that makes them really hopeful because they have to tell their mom now. As Gladion's about to leave, Hapu tells Gladion when he returns, he can challenge her for a grand trial, and you know what that means? That means she's become Kahuna. So Ash asks her if he can challenge her, and she tells him that once she officially becomes a Kahuna, he can definitely challenge her, and that's where the episode ends, on a positive note. The after credit scene is Mallow, Hapu, and Torracat, the three people who saw people who passed in the mist, are outside looking at the night sky. What an incredible episode. Really an emotional episode because it really hits on the themes of regret and appreciating the times you have with your loved ones because you never know when they're going to pass away. Mallow regretted the last time she saw her mom. She told her that she hated her, and I'm sure that really hurt her for a long time. I'm sure everyone has things that they regret from the past too. Ash's Torracat got closure, and Hapu, she officially became Kahuna. A lot of things happened this episode. The music in this episode was so emotional. Bravo to the music department in Pokemon. Very touching, very well timed music. Again, great job. And also the backgrounds. There's a background once Mallow lets go of her mom, there's a bright orange glowing all over Pony Island through the sunset, and the shot looks gorgeous. Just overall an awesome episode, a very emotional episode. If you want to see my reaction to it, I somehow messed up the recording, but if you want to see my reaction to it, it should be the first link in the description. The audio is a bit messed up, but you should see me in the top left corner of the screen. Next episode seems to be one where Ash finally gets his one-on-one battle with Hapu, and it seems the battle is actually one-on-one because the only Pokemon they show is Mudsdale and Pikachu, so it'll be interesting to watch. But anyways, that's it for my Pokemon Sun and Moon review. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at TheRealPDGaming, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.